Hello, my name is Father George. I'm the rector of the St. Nicholas of Myra Orthodox Church here in Crofton, Maryland. We've been here for 4 years. Since then we've had about 15 baptisms, several chrismations, a wedding, and also a funeral. 75% of our parish are children, which is appropriate since we are St. Nicholas of Myra Orthodox Church. St. Nicholas, of course, being the patron saint of children and generosity and almsgiving. And essentially I'm here to ask anybody who would like to give alms to help us build a church. We would like to be founders of a parish. It's quite a big blessing because from the founding of the parish to the end of its days, you are commemorated in the proscomity.
I remember we started in an office building on the second floor in a small room. We would have to eat trapez on the stairs. After acquiring a property for St. Cosmas, it was 6 years before we were actually able to establish ourselves as a church in the building through a lot of work and a lot of money, a lot of sacrifice.
But unfortunately, the bishop started teaching things that were unorthodox, so we had to move out.
We had to have one Christmas at somebody's house, but then after that, we finally got a space at an office building.
A big church, okay? You growl.
Yeah.
And get bigger shirt.
When all the children are here at church school, there's about maybe 50 kids, and it is extremely hard. And we have 3 different classes. The older group usually has to sit outside or on the stairs, where strangers have to come down. There's no space for us to do church.
We need a new church because it's too crowded and we have an office building for a church. Last Christmas we used someone's house we did Christmas at someone's house. And going to the bathroom, that's pretty hard. There's work people upstairs and that's where the only bathroom is. So we have to walk up there, and the work people don't like us so much. But the mothers change their babies on the stairs. There are lots of mothers, lots of babies. It's hard to play outside afterwards because there's no yard ends, but there's only a dirt to play with. I'm always getting yelled at to get out of the road because a car is going to crash into me.
One of the stories St. Nicholas is most famous for is the story of generosity. There was a widower with 3 daughters that had become very, very poor. Too poor to be able to provide a dowry to marry off his daughters.
He became despondent and thought that the only way out of this situation was to sell his daughter into sin. God revealed this to St. Nicholas, so he came by night and secretly threw a bag of gold through the window.
The man was ecstatic and happily married off his first daughter. After the wedding, another bag of gold came sailing through the window. The man was curious and really wanted to know who had helped save both his soul and the souls of his daughter.
So after the next wedding, he stayed up at night and witnessed St. Nicholas delivered the 3rd bag of gold. He caught him and thanked the saint, who of course begged him not to reveal his act of mercy until his death.
Don't miss your blessing of becoming a founder of St. Nicholas Orthodox Church.